Welcome to Warriors Ground. I'm Lawrence Scott. We are in downtown Oakland at the Fox Theater, and many great shows have taken place here over the years. Saw one of my favorites, Mastodon, not too long ago, and just recently, Run the Jewels were here, where a lot of our Warriors staffers came out to check them out. And picture this, not just music, but community events as well, such as Notes and Words and a whole bunch of other things taking place here at this theater, and we're honored to be here. And when we were on the road recently, the Warriors Road Show is always something very impressive. And in North Carolina, we got the opportunity to check out Stephen Curry's high school jersey retirement ceremony, as well as an event at Davidson College. As the Warriors arrived in Charlotte, two events celebrating one of North Carolina's favorite sons were in store, starting with a high school jersey retirement ceremony for Stephen Curry at Charlotte Christian School.
It's wild to think about. I graduated in '06, so it's been a minute, but it brings back a lot of great memories, obviously, of playing basketball here. Seeing Coach Brown, who's still here, leading the team. I wanted to wear 30, but the jersey was too big. In high school, it goes by your size, or the number goes by the size, so I couldn't fit into that 30, so I had to kind of bring it back down to something that looked good on the court.
From high school to college, the road to Davidson takes you around 30 miles up the road. And on campus at Belk Arena, they recognize Stefan by naming Section 30, the student section, in his honor.
My experience there was all about the community. The community just rallied around us, and that was at the forefront of who Davidson College was. And so to know alumni or future alumni and all the students that go through the ranks at Davidson, if they come to a game, they'll sit in Section 30 and have a part of the history of the basketball program and be able to kind of live that out when they come into Belk Arena.
In Charlotte with the Warriors, I'm Lawrence Scott. Really cool to be there, and in just a bit we will show you the scene when Klay Thompson was honored at his high school. But now, a landmark day in San Francisco as we celebrated the groundbreaking for Chase Center.
Well, here it begins. Today we literally break ground on the next big thing in this city. It is the next big thing in sports. It's the next big thing in entertainment. Doggone, it's the next big thing, period. Here we go.
We're going to build one of the world's greatest gathering places, a place San Francisco has never had before, a world-class, multi-purpose sports and entertainment venue. Today, literally break the ground beneath us. And this is Warriors Ground. Groundbreaking in every sense.
It's going to be fantastic in a city that is so vital and known for its innovation that we're going to be able to build this great venue here. We are always going to strive to be the very best at anything this organization does. We'll do whatever it takes to be champions again.
Our team, with all the bumps in the road, never downgraded our dream to fit our adversary's narrative. Rather, we doubled down on the commitment to see it through and shape our dream as our destiny.
It was just about a year ago that we announced our exciting new partnership with the Golden State Warriors to bring a world-class venue to the Bay Area.
This is your moment, and we can announce that this state-of-the-art arena is ready to be built.
How's the coaching been so far this year?
It's been all right.
We'll try to step it up a little bit and maybe get you the ball more. It's a thrill, it's a joy to coach a team as talented as this group. This is an incredible franchise that has only begun to scratch the surface.
So it begins. This world-class facility here in Mission Bay is going to be built. We couldn't have done it without everybody here today. This is a spectacular day. Here it begins.
And so from Chase Center in San Francisco, we take you to Southern California and a great day with Klay Thompson in the town of Rancho Santa Margarita.
So this is our latest project to celebrate some of our top athletes that ever come out of this school. And of course, one of the best of all time, Klay Thompson. And this is our Hall of Fame. So we brought Klay's picture up here as one of the first things we did. One of the great moments of the school was them winning the state championship. He's what the school stands for. Not only an outstanding athlete, outstanding person, his accomplishments, he's humble, and that's how we started the school, because that's the type of kid we wanted to turn out.
Santa Margarita is a great place. It's a great place to grow, not only athletically, but academically, spiritually, everything. And I learned a ton about myself, and it's always nice coming back. This is where I plant a lot of roots. It's a great way for them to honor me, and I'm very appreciative of it.
Today is another historical moment that we will always remember. The first time we are officially retiring a basketball player's jersey. But not just any player's jersey. A state champion, an alumnus from the class of 08, an NBA champion, a two-time All-Star, and a 2016 gold medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet!
Klay is just an extraordinary kid. It's a great honor for us to have him back and honor him in the way that he took this program into a new level.
It's a little surreal seeing Klay on that stage. We're not surprised, but to be able to share that with them and see him get recognized for the wonderful and amazing things that he's done is very special.
People ask me, did you know he was going to be a pro when he was in high school? No. It's not surprising, but it is surreal. To see people wearing a shirt with his name on it, or one of those faces on a popsicle stick with his face on it, it's like, oh, this is the same guy that was going up and down the court in practice, and so it's a little surreal.
Welcome back to Warriors Ground. I'm Lawrence Scott. We're at the Fox Theater in downtown Oakland, and in the neighborhood here, several great places to grab a bite to eat before catching a show. Just next door, Rudy's Can't Fail Cafe, and the Shake and Jesse is certainly worth checking out. Also, when we were on a road trip with the team in North Carolina, we got the opportunity to catch up with the family of a Warriors great.
San Francisco, the city with cool summers and a rich tradition of basketball, and the place where Phil Smith was born.
When he was born, he was such a big boy. He was one of my biggest children.
Phil Smith had talent, dedication, and the drive for perfection. All things that eventually made him a star with the Golden State Warriors.
I was so grateful, just knowing that I had a professional player that could play the game the way he did.
Growing up, Smith and his brothers would play basketball every chance they could at Hamilton Park and Recreation.
Basketball is probably the biggest thing on the planet to the Smith family.
I remember him not missing a shot, and I was saying to myself, I can't beat this dude playing. He don't miss. But he was what I called a perfectionist. We would stay in there for hours. We'd leave the gym at like maybe 3, 4 in the morning.
I'm just so grateful to the University of San Francisco that gave him a chance.
My dad walked onto the University of San Francisco. He became an All-American. He took the University of San Francisco to the NCAA tournament multiple times. He led the team in scoring 3 years in a row. Made the game look easy.
It all clicked and he got a chance to pursue the big time.
For their second draft pick, the Warriors stayed in the local area, selecting Phil Smith, rated by his college coach as the best guard ever to play at the University of San Francisco.
As a rookie, he became a key contributor to the team's 1975 championship.
First-year player from the University of San Francisco, Phil Smith, surprised everyone with his scoring ability.
For a rookie to come into the league and to have as big an impact in the team's success was a rarity. Phil, extremely talented, very athletic, one of those guys who'd drive in and dunk on people and could jump and handle the ball and shoot the ball.
His time in the NBA, he was really flawless in his ability to shoot and make decisions, and he was just a real great player.
Philip carved his niche when he had a signature left-hand dunk in the championship game.
Smith comes through the lane with a pass to Smith, who puts a move on and
Back in those days, you didn't really see guys doing that often.
Phil would be as good or better player today than he would then.
When Philip made it to the pros, guys that had never picked up basketballs in their life, robbers, muggers, thieves, began to pick up basketball. You saw a revolution in the neighborhood because this one dude from the neighborhood had made it. The greatest show on earth was the Golden State Warriors playing against whoever, because it featured our brother and we loved him and he was everything to us.
Smith played 9 seasons with the Warriors, the San Diego Clippers, and the Seattle Supersonics. He was a 2-time NBA All-Star and was selected to the All-NBA second team before his career was cut short due to injury. After his career, Smith focused on his family and raising his 5 children. Each of his children graduated from college, and all of them are successful in their respective careers.
He didn't want to be known as the NBA player. He wanted to be known as a father, educator, he was a motivator, and a community figure, first and foremost, bigger than basketball. It's critical that the Warriors and the NBA celebrates Black History Month. There's a rich history where we are dominating, but there's also a history where we once weren't allowed to play. And that just speaks to my dad's legacy.
I remember him coming back to the old neighborhood after he made it to the NBA. And he came over there in the schoolyard and showed some of us the correct way to shoot the basketball. He liked showing people and helping other people.
He was an outstanding person. And I've always said this, as great as he was as a basketball player, he was a much better person.
In 2001, the University of San Francisco retired his jersey as he continued to make a profound impact on those around him.
I was so happy when he grew up because I was so proud. I just feel grateful and thankful.
He epitomized what you should be. Someone with talent, someone who gave everything he had every time he put his uniform on, and someone who was a terrific, wonderful human being off the court.
This segment is brought to you by PG&E, proud community partner of the Golden State Warriors.
Warriors center JaVale McGee celebrating a birthday, and a trio of singers were there for the honors.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear JaVale. There it is. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, yeah, you hit that note. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I got you too, baby.
The trio of Patrick McCaw, Damian Jones, and Coach Ron Adams serenading JaVale on his birthday in Houston. And we are behind the scenes here at the Fox Theater in Oakland, where it's time to bring in a story of an NBA standout who had some history with the music scene here in the Bay Area as a disc jockey. It's all part of a celebration of Black History Month.
Don Barksdale blazed trails that had never been blazed by a black man ever in the sport of basketball. Don Barksdale was the first black consensus All-American. He was the first black player selected to play on an Olympic basketball team. He was the first black to play in an NBA All-Star game. Don Barksdale accomplished all of these feats during a time in our country when there was some serious segregation going on. And so he has to be commended for all of these achievements just based on what he had to work through.
Before the All-America honors, before the Olympic gold medal, before the NBA was founded, there was Oakland, the place Don Barksdale was born, and the place Don called home. Don attended Berkeley High School, but was not allowed to play basketball there because only one black player was allowed on the team. Instead, he honed his skills at San Pablo Park, which was considered the mecca of outdoor sports in the Bay Area.
And this was Don Barksdale's park. It was here at San Pablo Park where Don Barksdale learned how to play basketball. He was basically one of the best players here in the East Bay coming out of this park.
Barksdale went on to earn a scholarship at UCLA, where he became the first African American to be named Consensus All-American. After college, he was still unable to play in the NBA because they had not yet integrated. He returned to Oakland to play for the local AAU team. While playing, he worked as a radio disc jockey, hosted a television show, and owned a beer distributorship, the first African American to accomplish all these feats in the Bay Area.
When I'm here at KC Barbecue, I really get a feel from the time period when Don Barksdale was broadcasting his radio show.
At the 1948 Olympics in London, he became the first African American to win a gold medal as a member of the U.S. basketball team.
Being black, he could not qualify to be a part of an Olympic club and get to the qualifying trials. It was a tough enough challenge for him to come out of the AAU and be selected to the Olympic basketball team. During the Olympics and being a part of that unit that helped the U.S. win that gold medal and actually being that first black player was a monumental achievement on his part.
In 1951, Barksdale joined the NBA, signing a contract with the Baltimore Bullets. When Barksdale signed, he was the 5th highest paid player in the league, but only because his contract required him to do the post-game radio show after every game.
Could you imagine today an NBA player walking off the court, putting on the headset, and having to do the post-game show like Jim Barnett and Bob Fitzgerald? Well, that's what Don Barksdale had to do in his first contract. Yeah, look at that old school throwback. This picture right here, this is like my favorite black pioneer photograph. Don Barksdale, he would be the first black to play in the NBA All-Star game. He broke down barriers by being that first, because somebody had to be the first.
Barksdale ended his NBA career with the Boston Celtics and returned to Oakland. In 1983, he launched the Save High School Sports Foundation, which is widely credited with helping to save Oakland school athletic programs from collapse.
Don Barksdale was an individual that didn't get an opportunity to play the sport that he loved the most in high school. He wanted to make sure that he could help as many kids as he could to fulfill opportunity that he didn't get himself. I don't know of anyone that can really compare to a Don Barksdale when you take into consideration all of the things that Don Barksdale did before he started playing NBA basketball. It's just incredible. Every February during Black History Month, during the time of the NBA All-Star Game, it's always a special time for us basketball family to take a moment out and recognize and appreciate Don Barksdale.
I want to thank the folks at the Fox Theater for hosting us here today. Really a lot of fun. I want to thank you for joining us here on Warriors Ground. As we leave you, let's take a look back at a night at Oracle Arena where the Warriors were celebrating Chinese New Year. Stephen Curry had an amazing third quarter performance. I'm Lawrence Scott. We'll see you next time.
Shot midway, no good. Rebound Curry. Curry behind the back with 3 with 2 from midcourt. Good if it goes.
You hit a shot like that at the end of the first half. Is there a carryover effect for you in the third quarter? Does that give you more confidence going to the third quarter or anything?
I've said this a couple of times. My coach at Davidson, Bob McKillop, always talked about Big Mo going into the half. If you can get a stop or get a buzzer beater or a bucket down the stretch of the quarter, it usually has a carryover effect. Big Mo going into half, and we were able to keep that energy as a group and have an amazing third quarter.
Screen by Draymond. Curry, a deep three right side. Are you kidding me? Hook pass up top to Draymond Green, deflected to Curry. Curry for three off the dribble. Got another one. Step back, another three. Heat check right in front of Doc Rivers, and he buried it.
This young man just brings you out of your seat.
McCaw to Curry, right angle three. Yes! 43 points for Steph Curry.
I would love to feel whatever the hell you're feeling right now, just once in my life. For me, like, if I went like 5 for 6 and made 4 threes, that was about the best I ever did.
Unbelievable.